mere signs such as money, stocks and bonds, title deeds, and so forth. We are destroying nature. This is a disaster. Time to wake up. For what is reality? Obviously, no one can say. Reality isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality isn't spiritual, that's just an idea. Reality is...
Peace. You're tuned in to On Beat with Ohlow, coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. I've got a couple guests in the house. I got a few of my friends here. We got Dr. J. What's going on, Dr. J?
Dr. J, a.k.a. Khalid.
A.k.a. Khalid.
Khalid.
We got my good friend Rob over here.
Hey, how we doing?
What's going on, Rob?
All right.
We're just doing, just got together, man. We're going to do a different kind of show tonight. We're actually going to be doing less music tonight and more talking. We're going to talk about a few serious issues, some things going on in the world. I wanted to start out talking about security and what security means to you. Let me ask you, what mics are you guys, man? What is that?
Hello?
2,
Hello?
3, and 4? I just turned you off. Yeah, okay, I know exactly what you are. So number 2 is not here. Number 2 should have been JT. Our friend JT is not here tonight. He was supposed to be here, but he couldn't make it. Shouts out to JT. So guys, don't be shy, man. It's okay. We're live. We're on air. It's Thursday night. I know it's kind of cold outside, but we're chilling, man. Robert's all dressed up here, nice, looking spiffy. Came from his big date.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that or not? Can you talk about that?
No,
Yeah, how was your day, Robert?
No, very, very, very good. No, I just basically went for a nice dinner with a couple of fellas, hang around Arlington area.
Yeah,
but,
that's what's up, man.
And yeah, just
looking spiff, man. This guy got off work.
I know, I had a good time at work today, man.
Yeah.
It was a busy morning for me.
So talk to me, man. What's security to you, man? Some people think security is money. Some people think security is love.
Well,
some people think security is a big dude, 300 pounds, knows martial arts.
Yeah.
I think security is overrated. Statistically talking, if we were to be aware of everything and anything that can happen to you, we basically would stay at home. And so, but I tell you what, I guess security, it makes a person feel good, I guess, but in reality is just, I just think it's a little overrated. I don't know how you feel about that, Dr. J.
What is security to you, man? Like, what do you think security is? What is security? In your perception of life, what's security?
Security is basically knowing what. Well, it's because see, the thing is this: everywhere where I go, definitely I look. There's only one rule that I take with me always. Make sure you know the way out, and so that's definitely a good thing to keep in mind.
Any room you go into, you gotta know how you're gonna get out.
Exactly,
yeah,
and that's the only rule that I have. Please don't get in my way. Yeah, talking even women and children. Yes, talking to you guys too. I'm sorry, but hey, you want equality? I'll give you some equality. But anyways, security. I definitely.
We'll talk about that too, man, because there's different perceptions. There's different views in the room right now, right, of how life works. And so we're going to talk about a lot of different things. I want to talk, right now we're talking about security and what it means to you. And we're talking about how do you apply security in your life? Like, do you feel secure?
I see. So
I feel secure. I've been feeling secure.
Okay, so get up to the mic, man. Yeah, get up on the mic.
I don't think there should be anything to be scared of,
Hey, a while ago, didn't you work as a security guard?
Oh, I did, but it was just, I think it was a fun job,
How'd that make you feel as a security guard, giving security to unsecured people?
Yeah, no, actually, we're pretty secure, man. We don't have to worry about a lot of things. We can go on, about our shopping, whatever we want to do. I go to work, not even thinking.
But the thing is this, not to be mean, but I've known you for quite a while, So, and I know your friends and friends, and I'm just kind of interested on how you got that job.
What job?
The security job.
Yeah, no, actually, why I can't have a security job?
No, I'm just saying because I do remember those days after the security job. What did we go do, or what were you getting involved? I'm pretty sure you weren't giving out.
I don't know what he's talking about, man. But what does security mean to you, Dr. J?
Security to me is I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like you can think it in two different ways.
Yeah.
One is like how secure I am, how my life is going. But there's other bigger securities, you know, like you wanna secure your future kind of thing.
Speaking
And-
about security, did you like the house?
Yes, yes.
For those who don't know, man,
Uh-huh.
these guys are the odd couple, man. They're
No,
roommates.
Really good friends and roommates. And,
Yeah.
like honestly, as long as I know Robert, you know what I'm saying, I'm always there hanging out. I'm like, hey man, why can we just, you know,
Might as
might
well
just
pay
live here,
rent.
Yeah,
huh?
pay rent
Yeah.
here, you know, instead of living with somebody that, you know,
So
I
that's
don't know.
security right there, man.
Yeah,
you know
security.
What I'm
I knew I have a friend I can just go hang out with.
saying? Yeah.
You know, and I'll be fine.
And you and
I
he's
trust
a,
him.
he's
That's
a
the main
good
thing. I
roommate.
trust
Yeah,
him.
trust,
I trust,
exactly.
yeah,
So
trust, you know.
security is part of trust.
Yes.
So there you go, man. Security means a lot.
So I
of
feel
things
secure.
to
That's
you.
what I was saying. Every day when I wake up, I just, you know, do my
Yeah.
thing. I go on about my life, and there's nothing to worry about. Honestly.
Man, these mics sound a little different today, don't they? They're like
I don't know.
a little high pitched.
Little high-
Maybe it's the
Probably.
new headphones. There's new
Maybe.
headphones.
Possible.
Yeah, they're always upgrading in here, man.
Well,
But you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break from music because there's a caller on the line. He said he's got a question. I just want to see what he's talking about.
Okay.
Just think about that security. That's the topic tonight, security. I'll come back and I'll have a few words about that as well.
sounds good.
Okay.
But we're also gonna talk about women's rights.
Women's rights.
Women
Dr.
rights
J
in the
brought
United
that up.
States and elsewhere.
Sounds
I mean,
good.
wherever you want to talk about, man, the whole
Okay.
world, man. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
something-
You know,
yeah,
this
okay.
this show is streamed live,
Okay.
Women's rights.
and it's people can hear it all over the world. They can tune in.
Perfect.
So we'll be right back. This
okay.
is On Beat with Ohlow coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. Peace. Peace, peace. This is DJ Ohlow coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. That was a little instrumental by Theory. What are you wearing there, man?
Forgot my work shirt.
Oh, you got your work shirt on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't promote it though,
No,
man.
no,
you
I'm
can
not
talk
promoting,
about
no.
you can talk about work, but you just can't
Yeah.
advertise it. You know, the things you can't do. Remember, you can't curse,
Yes.
no call for action, and no selling. So I mean, it's pretty easy, man. You know what I'm saying? The main one is just don't curse, man, because they're gonna get me.
Okay.
by
Can
the
I tell you my
balls.
name tag?
Huh?
My name, my place.
Yeah, no, don't even know. Don't even worry
you
about all
can
that.
definitely show your name tag. That's not a
Yeah,
problem.
if you
Let's
wanna-
show your name tag.
I'm
There
the
you go.
camera.
All right, great.
All right, yeah, we're on
There you
radio,
go,
so it's
see.
all good,
It's all
man.
good, okay.
Anybody who just saw your name tag is like, you got some
Good to
great
go.
powers, yeah,
Exactly.
man. So yeah,
So-
I want to talk to that person. Let's do a show with that person next
Yeah.
time.
So,
Definitely.
Anyways, so we were talking about security, and
And
you
how-
were getting into the whatever you were getting into, but
wondering how you got the job in the first place. Yeah.
during the break though, I don't know what happened to that caller, man. That caller didn't even say anything. He wasn't talking about anything, to tell you the truth, man. I don't know what happened to him. But caller, if you want to call back, feel free. But during the break, we were talking about women's rights.
Yeah, women rights.
Yeah,
Women's
so
rights.
talk to us, man. Tell us our views, man. What do you
I
think
don't
about
know, man.
women's
I think,
rights,
I think
man?
I'm pro women. You know, I come from a place where I had a woman president over me, so you know, I'm always for them. You know, they changed everything, especially like where the place I come from. I come from Pakistan directly, and knowing if I don't know if you guys know Bhutto, Benazir Bhutto, she was you know, she changed a lot of those things where a lot of different places in this world they don't have, you know, the.
Speaking to the mic, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get near the mic.
Yeah, they just
Okay,
stay
was
up
it
on the
too far?
mic, man.
Yeah,
Don't
so
worry.
you know, I'm thankful that I came from a country where I had a woman president over me because that's something that has not even happened in the United States yet.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, a
Well, you-
big deal when it does
that's-
happen. I was hoping. I mean,
That's great, but the aspect, I mean, I'm up for women's rights and all, but then there's certain areas and some places, I don't want to sound mean, but women really have no, I don't want to say
Well, tell us,
business because
give
that's
us
kind of
what-
harsh, but I want to
what,
say
like,
just,
what do you think though? What in politics, in sports?
well, no, definitely not sports and definitely not politics, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, okay. If
on
let's
the
just say,
street.
yeah, let's just say that.
For instance, like let's just say, and even though they really have a good hold of it, but customer service, I mean, women definitely are good. But I ran into you know,
okay, but here's a good
Uh-huh.
question though. Would you feel more secure with a woman running the show or a man?
Be honest with you, a
when-
man.
and that way we'll say man because it's you.
No, and in
No,
reality,
I'm
a man.
not talking about this show. I'm talking
Okay.
about just in life,
a man.
man.
Yeah.
A man.
Like, okay, look, in your situation, right?
Yeah.
Your
I
dad,
felt like she was my mother.
Who?
A Bhutto, you know?
Oh, okay.
She was,
Yeah,
you know,
but-
you see what I mean? I was
No,
kind
but
of getting that
we're-
kind of love from them.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how it was.
But
to
let's
me,
say you
because-
had a restaurant to run. Would you rather have a guy run your restaurant, or you rather have a woman run your restaurant?
You know, it depends who's smarter. Honestly, in that case, it depends who's smarter because I gotta make the smartest decision. See who's gonna run it. It doesn't have to be about a gender. It's gonna be about how smart the person is. What skill they do have.
I agree.
So,
But there's been other studies and statistics where they show that women's emotions can have a big, huge part and role in their decisions.
So
their
when is that
decisions.
time, I guess.
And
yeah.
so
That time of the month.
Yeah,
or
that's-
well,
yeah.
that yeah, definitely. But like recently, not too long ago, I read an article where they said that, and you guys are pretty much familiar with this, where a woman will get in a fight, a cat fight, or just some back and forth words with another coworker, and they'll hold that grudge for months, or well, okay, maybe not months, but at least for like a week, at least a week. As for
Sometimes
guys,
for life, man,
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Well, but let's be nice here. You know, let's give them a week. You know, a week.
A week is too
Yeah,
short.
so-
Guys,
Take off the
I think
Facebook.
guys hold a grudge for about a week.
Yeah, no, guys.
Not
an
even.
hour later,
Sometimes,
an hour
yeah,
later,
it
we go
depends on
have
the
you go
situation,
have
yeah.
lunch. You come back. Hey, you remember what Jimmy did? Oh, what? Oh, that's for water under the bridge. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I think women
And-
hold grudges for a very long
No.
time,
And
man.
then-
You know what I'm saying?
and
I
when
think-
you're running a business, definitely you can have emotions and things within that nature come to play when you're gotta make decisions.
I get
like that.
emotional. I mean, I do
You do?
all
Okay.
the time. But I try to control myself.
Where,
you
at
know?
work?
At work, always at work. You
Well,
know?
Let's
give me,
talk
give me
about
a good
your-
example.
let's
How,
talk
how
about
do you
your
get
job.
how you get emotional?
Yeah, let's talk about your job a little bit, man. So if you want to let people know, man, like, what do you do? What do you do for work?
You know, for like for what I do in a restaurant industry, I serve for now. That's what I've been doing, but I don't can manage to.
So you're up to
But
what?
now I just
100
pretend like I'm a server,
100
you
billion
know?
served?
Uh,
100 billion
I'm,
served?
you know, I'm very good at what I do. I think a lot of people actually like me, and I wish I can get to know everybody by their names.
That's how I met you, man.
Yeah.
Was because you were a server.
Yeah, I
And-
think that's something I end up liking for the long run. You know,
Yeah,
but I don't be,
that's
I don't
how
be like,
I think.
I don't be very old.
I think half of Northern Virginia knows Dr. J
Yeah, probably
because of the late night.
That's right.
He used to work
Yes.
at
At a restaurant.
Can I
on-
say the name of that spot? Is it
Well,
okay?
Which one?
well,
The
they,
Zikri
they'll know right away that they used
I
to
had a
be
couple of
there and then they
jobs.
took it off.
Yeah,
Remember,
off
it was
Columbia
off
Pike.
of Columbia Pike,
Yeah.
and it was the
And
24 hours.
It was there for what, 40 years?
Right. Well,
40.
no, not that long. It was there for like about 5 years or something, 6 years.
Yeah,
it wasn't there for
you
that
know,
long.
No, I'm talking about the small one.
the
though, 'cause
small
there's
one
two of
up the
them.
street. Yeah, because
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
one in, I believe, and like down
Down the
one
street.
north
Yeah.
in
Both on
in
Columbia
Arlington.
Pike.
One in both in Columbia, one in
Yeah.
Arlington, and the other one in
Both in Arlington.
yeah,
That's
right
Arlington
at the
too,
borderline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
borderline
Yeah.
Arlington. Yeah.
So this
4
gentleman
mile
used
run.
to work there every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
I
As a
still-
matter
I
of
still
fact,
work every day.
if I
I'm a very
remember,
hardworking
if I
person.
remember,
Those
if,
of you who know me, huh?
no, but if I remember clearly, I think you had a bed moved out to the top on the back, didn't you? No,
I-
in the freezer. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I thought you like to sleep cold, but all right.
But,
Okay.
That's what's up, man. Anyways, man.
So we're
this
from the
is,
women's rights.
Women rights.
Yeah, that's
right.
what I was gonna say. We're talking about women's rights over
Yeah,
here,
you
man.
Yeah.
We're actually talking about security, man. We're always going off topic.
What do you think
man.
about the girls the right to the education? You know, a lot of countries.
But what do you think, man? Like,
I
you know,
think that, you know,
a lot
like,
of countries they don't allow women.
It's not a lot of countries don't allow women. They're allowed to have education.
Look, it's not this. It's not even.
They
It's
sh-
not
they should
even
allow
a
them
lot
to
of
go to
but
countries.
school.
fully empower them. No, a lot of countries
it's
don't
a lot
do
of
that.
yeah. It's just it's
They should
people.
empower them.
Yeah,
They should
exactly.
go-
They can do a lot of things.
They all
Yeah.
should go to
Empower
school, but cooking school. No, no. But anyway,
I don't think Robert's for women's rights, man.
them. No, Robert is for women rights.
I think-
But, yeah.
no, I mean, don't get me. I just there again. There's just certain areas where you know.
Well, give us some of those areas. Like, what do you think, man?
Well,
All
like
right.
driving. You know,
Like-
driving
like-
is not a big issue in women's rights.
like right now.
In
What?
a lot of countries, we don't have the what's it called the permit to drive. You can't drive on the roads.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's just
What?
very
What?
sad. It's
What
very
you,
sad
what
to
you
me.
said? There are countries that
There's
they don't
certain-
have. They
there's
don't
certain
allow
countries.
women to drive.
Yeah.
Oh, so what
Those
smart
of
countries
you
are
who
these?
know, you know,
Nah.
I know they know. It's just sad, man.
You got to stay up on the mic
I
for me,
see.
man.
But
Yeah, I'm
Keep
very
moving
far
away.
away from
Yeah,
the
I know
mic.
you're very like
There we go.
moving around and using a lot of gestures.
It's okay because the last time I hit my head with the mic, so this time
Yeah, the last
I'm
time,
gonna keep my
the
distance.
first time he came to the studio, man, he was moving around so much that he popped the mic with his forehead, man.
But
it was her.
no, women. I definitely. I mean, there's got to be some equality, but sometimes it tends to be a little too much. Like, at least in the Spanish culture, the woman kind of holds the family together.
Yeah.
Now, let's say if the woman was to have the same rights as the man, and the woman had to go out and
drink a beer.
no, well, basically
friends.
have to do the same. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that the guy, like the man, has the right or anything else, but because at the end, as everybody knows, all dads are going to hell. As you know,
Okay,
I mean,
let
that's.
me ask you this.
What?
Who do you think should cook? The woman or the man?
I think that responsibility could be split.
Yes, a lot of people would agree with you because it's one thing to do. But mainly, I think, I don't know. I want my woman to cook while I take care of everything, you know.
You do want her
go
to
to work, yes.
cook or
To
not?
cook at home. Just be at home, take care of the child, you
All
know.
right, hold on. Let's just take
All
it one
right.
step
I
at a
don't know.
time, man. One step at a time, please. All right.
okay.
Let's just start with the first step. All right.
Okay.
Let's just start with the girlfriend.
Okay.
All right, because it's a situation that
Yeah.
everybody's in. So with your girlfriend, right? Is there certain things that you would not want her to do, like drinking? Do you want your girlfriend not to drink? Do you think it's bad for women to drink? Not bad, but how do you feel about women drinking?
I think if you're doing occasionally, especially events, have a drink here and there, I think there's nothing wrong with absolutely nothing.
Okay.
But now if you're sitting at home drinking, then something's obviously wrong.
All
Like
right.
by yourself, you know, let's say.
Those are the kind of girls you like?
No, I didn't say that. I say it's
No.
I've seen people in this situation, you know, particularly in my family.
Yeah.
And it was not a good thing because,
I-
you know, it kind of separated the families and, you know, people fall apart little by little.
Yeah.
And maybe that was what was the beginning of it.
No, but
But-
think about it this way though. If a man gets really drunk and just wasted, where he's falling off and bouncing off the walls,
They don't have
it
to get
looks
drunk.
bad. It might be, but that looks bad, right?
Yeah. It's always
Now
bad,
imagine a
100%.
woman. I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, either one is bad, but doesn't it look just a little more worse in a woman than on a guy?
I think you're right. I think it does because, you know, we don't expect them to be like that. And
Not only
I
that,
guess it's
but
expected from
as
men.
when we, I guess when we're little, women are always held up to a little higher standard
Higher
because
standard, or high degree,
we all
yeah.
love our mothers and we all think. I
mean, we
I
all
think,
higher.
I think it'll make me sad if I see my wife or girlfriend being drunk all the time. I'm like, hey, honey, what's wrong? You know, I don't want to be called like, hey, my husband is a drunk. Don't talk to me like that. You know,
Yeah.
please, you know, ask me what's wrong.
And so,
Ask me
but-
what's wrong. Maybe there's a reason I'm being like that. Maybe something's bothering me. And unfortunately, if you're my best friend and you're my love, you know, you're the person in my life, you should ask me, like, is everything okay with you? Is something bothering you? Are you having nightmares at least? Or I don't know, something. And I think I'll be happy, you know, to answer that question rather than calling me drunk and then leaving me for something. Hey, my husband was drunk, or, you know, my brother was a drunk.
Yeah.
Ask us questions. That's how.
So you're saying everyone should just work it out rather than
work
just,
it out, work it out.
making
Because
a
in the long run,
rash
you're gonna end up
decision.
single if nothing.
Yeah.
No, but
So,
sometimes sometimes you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Sometimes you gotta
learn.
You just gotta
yeah,
talk, man. Just
because-
gotta, you know. I think there's a lot of solution to a lot of things just by
But
talking.
the thing,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
can make the other person
think,
understand. We're
that's
human
one thing
beings.
I will agree on. Communication is definitely definitely good. However, and that's the problem with a lot of people. They wait a year or 8 months to realize, oh, you know, I made a mistake. The moment I say everything
It
starts
takes
within
time
the
to
first
heal.
date.
You know, it takes time for people to be healed. And
No, I say it takes.
think
I
it's a matter of
think. I
time.
think.
Listen, all I asked was, what do you think about women, especially your girlfriend, drinking?
Yeah.
And it got into this whole.
I think
yeah,
I know.
woman.
I
You
know. I know. It's because one got into.
she should be drinking in the kitchen.
So let me ask you, man, have you had this type of issue with?
I had this type of issue in my family.
Oh,
Yes.
in your
In my
family. Oh,
In my
okay.
family.
I thought maybe one of
Yeah.
your own girlfriends.
Not in my family.
No,
Right.
in his relationship with his last girlfriend, he was the drinker. What?
No, I was never. Actually, I'm a fun guy to drink with. I'm not
Oh,
like,
yeah?
I'm a really fun guy to drink with.
Yeah.
You know, I
So
drink
fun-
for fun. Yes.
So fun.
I never drink to get drunk. Honestly, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I spend $200. You know what I'm saying? And I have fun. You know, and just like take shots. But I gotta be in a good mood.
all right, so look, when you go out drinking,
things and this and
all right,
that.
he's saying let's get off topic, but look,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
on
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
let's get back to topic,
Hey,
man.
anyway.
Security. So does that make you feel good? Is that
Security.
does that?
It's
yeah.
a state of mind.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
state of
Does that
mind.
make you feel secure or something that you go?
Yeah,
No,
because
it really- in reality doesn't.
Look, this is a true story. I got my house broken into once, right? And then needless to say, they stole items that because I will keep my jewelry separate, my everyday cheapy jewelry, and then my high end in somewhere else, like really stored away. So when the guy broke in, he took all my cheapy stuff and actually cost more to replace the door than the actual items that he took. So what do? Just like every other person, calls the security monitoring system, network or whatnot. So then they show up and then they're telling me, well, sir, it's going to cost you this, it's going to cost you that, and da-da-da-da-da, and you're going to have to pay a monthly fee
For what?
for the security, right?
For security,
That's,
or-
no,
for
you
security,
Get that
that-
after it got stolen.
No,
can't.
like now I'm trying to buy a security equipment for my house because I just got broken into. So now I'm kind of like, I'm scared, I'm unsecured. So, you know, that's where I want to get into. So then she tells me this. She's like, well, sir, I'll tell you what. By the just right off the bat, we put these stickers on your windows and in front of your door, and it will drop the crime. I mean, the
probability
you getting broken into is gonna go about 80%. I'm like, well, you know what?
And the stickers are like $45.
If that, I'm like, just sell me about 5-6 of those stickers, and I think I'll be pretty good.
You just cover your whole window with those stickers, man. You know what I'm saying? You should just get a sticker of a big dog.
Yeah, the sign, beware of dog. That's it. And so and it's a state of mind because needless to say, I didn't get it. I just upgraded my renter's insurance, and that's about it. And ever since then, it's been, I haven't had an issue other than this guy leaves the door open half the time, and then he swears he closes it, and then he said he doesn't have a drinking problem. But
so look, listen, I got a question for you. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Dr. J.
What do you think means to you?
What?
Security.
To me?
Yeah.
I mean, security is different things, man.
Yeah,
it's different for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole thing is that security is different for everybody. For some people,
I don't think
it's money in the bank. Yeah. For other people, it's finding love in a person. Man, woman, or father, mother, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Or finding somebody to bury you. Yeah, security.
Security means, it's different to everybody, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like to hear what it means to everybody else, man. Security to me, honestly, there's only one security, and that's universal law, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing else. Like, nothing else really matters, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm secure in the fact that I know that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I'm cool. Everybody's cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? All the stuff that's going on is just a state, like he was saying, it's a state of mind, man. And everybody's just getting into all this crazy stuff just because of ideas, and ideas get out of control. And then he said this, she said that. And
that reminds me of what happened in Chuck E. Cheese recently.
And Chuck E. I thought he was going to say what happened in
Bosnia.
In Pakistan or something.
No,
forget Chuck E. Cheese, man. I hate Chuck E. Cheese, man. Let's talk about something else. Relax, man. Chuck E. Cheese.
What you were talking about, an event like that happened.
Yeah.
And Chuck E. Cheese, it just got out of hands. The kid's supposed to be there.
Chuck, were you playing video games at Chuck E. Cheese? Or why were you at Chuck E. Cheese, man? You're older than me.
Good
The truth is, you're older than me, and you're at Chuck E. Cheese for some reason.
I was not at Chuck E. Cheese.
And by the way, listeners,
talking to the mic, man.
And listeners, by the way, he does not have any kids.
How many kids do you have, Dr. J?
I don't have any kids.
Where did you get your PhD from, man?
No kids, no nephews, no nieces, and yet. But I did give you that. The pizza at Chuck E. Cheese is delicious. So
I'm cool with that.
There's something like that happened at Chuck E. Cheese the other day. Like what he was describing reminded me of what happened at Chuck E. Cheese. It was a story just like that, But anyways,
a story just like what?
You ever noticed that?
What happened at Chuck E. Cheese like 2 days ago or a day ago, I think.
What happened?
So what happened? Tell us, man.
Sorry.
Tell us
on the radio. That's what happened.
All right, so we're on radio right now. So
I know.
Can you tell us what happened?
I heard something happened.
Okay, but you can't bring it up and then just not know anything about it. I don't know anything about it.
I heard a little bit of of the.
All right, speaking to the mic, please.
And I couldn't. Anyways, not much.
All right, let's move on, man. Right. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese, man.
You know our security. We have like a security. I don't know. I don't even know what it's called. The level of security where it goes to green, yellow, red.
He's talking about the terror alert. The terror alert.
Now let me ask you: do you know what to do in case of anything when it changes?
I'd be like,
you're supposed to just watch out, man.
You're supposed to
exactly.
So
watch your back.
Nobody
look for suspicious activity.
Yeah.
So in reality, nobody really. And another thing, what color should we all be at all time?
It should be at the very bottom, right?
I always see orange.
And again, it's just there just for people to be like, oh, okay, it's green today. We're okay. I can definitely go to work. You go outside, check the weather, check the temperature, and the terrorist, level of whatever. So
I don't know what you're saying either, but I'm gonna take a quick break for PSAs, man. This is On Beat with Ohlow, doing something different, man. You know what I'm saying? Less music, more talk. We're sitting here with Dr. J, PhD.
Khalid.
What?
Khalid.
That's his last name.
Dr. J. Khalid.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what it is. Dr. J. Khalid, PhD from some school in Pakistan?
Yeah.
Or Afghanistan?
Pakistan.
Well, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
That's what's up. And we're chilling with my man Rob.
All right.
A.K.A. Handyman 703. right?
Or jack of all trades.
There you go.
There you
Our flake book.
go.
See, now you got it.
There you go.
The other day he was like, "Nah, I'm not on Flakebook. I got to get on Flakebook."
Exactly.
What is it?
It sounds mighty familiar.
That was something new.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. This is On Beat with Ohlow. I'm going to take a quick break for PSAs. We'll be right back. Listening to On Beat with Ohlow, coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. Peace.
Live in the world of sound. Let it play. That's all.
Radio Fairfax is a 501c3 nonprofit public access station, a service of Cox Communications. We are Radio Fairfax.
In other words, baby kiss.
Reality isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality isn't spiritual, that's just an idea. Reality is...
Peace, peace. This is DJ Ohlow coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. I'm over here chilling with Dr. J. We're going to take it easy a little bit, right?
Yeah.
A little too hyper, man. It's cool. You know, when you're live, you get like a rush in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You come in, the other guy's here. You got to kick him out. You got to switch off. You got to look at the time, make sure you go right on time.
Yeah.
Everything's like boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So your heart beats a little bit faster. But
Yeah, we're
it's
missing
cool,
two
man.
people today.
We're missing a lot of people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. We're always missing people on the show, man. Either we have 1 million people on the show or we got 1 or 2 people. That's it.
All of a
It's
sudden,
crazy.
nobody just hey.
Yeah, that's
got
what
things
it
to do,
is,
yeah.
man. It's always like that, man. But it's cool. That's what I'm saying. We're just here. We're chopping it up. You know, we're talking about security and what it means to you. Security means different things to different people all over the world. You know, I mean, it's completely different, man. Some people believe that money is security, money in a bank account. Some people think that, you know, love is security. Some people think that having, you know, a house and a car and things like that, I mean, security is security. Some people think guns are security. You know what I'm saying? There's different things. How do you guys feel about guns, man?
Me?
I honestly think it should be only given to the military people. That's it.
Only to
Only to
military?
the military people.
I strongly
police itself,
disagree.
that's it.
I trust strongly
Only
disagree.
military and only police?
The official in the government. I don't think the people need the gun as long as they can protect us.
Yeah, I strongly disagree.
Yeah, but
What happens if some big just something crazy happens? You know, the policemen and the government, they are families, and they
No,
got to go
no,
protect their own families.
No, we don't have to
What
think-
happens to you?
We don't have to think that
All
way,
right, no,
you
but
know?
think about it
Nothing
this
like
way.
that happens
no,
really.
but well, all right, let's say somebody breaks in your house, and they're right there to go get you. Are you gonna tell me that you'd rather go for a phone and call the cops and sit there and wait and the hope that the
That's the
cops
way-
get there before
well-
this guy gets in and slaughters your family? Or would you at least want to have something
that's
that you
strong,
could you could
That's
you
a
could
strong statement, but
no,
you
but
know,
it's the
depend-
reality, and
yes,
that's
it is
sometimes
reality,
the
but-
problem that a lot of people don't like to talk about the reality. They just want to talk about what they see on TV and what's brought up to them. But if you really think
A
about
lot of
it,
people
it's
think, you know-
definitely not the way to go. Well, as our Constitution gives us the rights to bear arms and especially for
But do you
things
need
like
it?
that.
Do we need it? I think I need it.
you don't think you need
I
it?
think I don't need it.
You've never been in a situation where you needed a gun?
I don't think so.
A gun, 9 out of 10, you'll never need it. But the day that you do need it, you're gonna glad that you have it to use it.
The thing about a gun, man, is just, I mean, if the only time you really need it is if you really need it.
Right, it's life
You know what I'm
and death,
saying?
yeah.
exactly. Like if it really
And-
comes
and-
down to it,
and-
you gotta
and-
use it. And that's the whole thing.
And
Is you
their
can't
design,
just pop off either. You know what I'm saying? Like
You have to be very self-control.
Because
Yeah,
if
you
you
have
think
to have a lot
about
of
it,
self-control,
if you, I mean, again, there's been studies also done where other things kill people more than guns do. Where rocks, bats, just miscellaneous items throughout the house. Cooking knives. I mean,
Anything
and
could be
you
used
don't
as a weapon.
see and
Anything
you don't
could be used as a
see you don't
weapon.
see people or government try to ban those items, because again, it's not the item that kills the person. It's always the motive and the state of mind.
well, this country was won by the gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
So-
that's what it comes down to. You know, this is how this country
And-
came to be. It was by the
And
gun, man.
it's
by
been
the way of the
defending
gun.
itself
By
with
the
half
the
the
gun.
country want to have gun control at least. The other half doesn't. The thing is that that they're gonna take that right away from them. That's not true though.
I believe that I know
they're
I believe,
trying, man.
They're trying,
They're
they're trying,
trying.
but
Yeah, they're
I
trying pretty
strongly
hard.
believe that they.
But
they
see, that's the
definitely-
thing. The people are going to fight back. Now, see, if we got into that situation where it was the people against the government, and the government had all the guns,
What
then
would
what
you
are the
do?
people going to do? Get slaughtered? We have no
Exactly.
guns? Then what?
'Cause
Then how
I mean-
you going to...
But do you think people? Everybody has guns now.
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
but
we're not.
everybody I
we're-
know
yeah,
is strapped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There, it's. I mean, we're not talking. I mean, it's not to the level of a military, but at least you could definitely be able to.
I mean, some
hold your
people out
ground.
there, man. You
Yeah,
know what
yo,
I'm saying?
definitely there. Yeah.
Listen, I've gone, and we live in Virginia, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people over here that are like have been in the military for 8, 10, 12 years. You know
and
what I'm saying?
generations.
Yeah, and generations. They're family. You know, military families, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're strapped to like, I mean, their whole family could probably throw down with the local
Right.
whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, they're strapped like that, and they're allowed to be.
And not exactly.
And you know what's even worse than Virginia, man, is the southern states like Texas.
right.
People have, hundreds of guns, man. You know what I'm saying? One person.
And
has
as
hundreds
long
of
as you
guns.
got people like that with a good head on their shoulders, and they're
That's what it comes down to, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't give a knucklehead a gun, man. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Because the thing is,
no, but it's not, some of
Because
the
I'm gonna
people
tell you, we're
who
talking.
did the shooting and everything that happened.
No,
they
but
were
look,
like,
we're talking all of the. We're talking.
yeah, but they don't. A lot. I mean, that's what you
Something
talking
got
about.
'em, but we
What,
can't
what
control
shooting are you
everybody.
talking about? The little kids?
no, the people who did like stupid things. You know what I'm saying? Like shot at the people and things like that happened.
Yeah.
They were usually from a good school. Nothing was wrong with them. They got
no,
involved with their
no.
girlfriend.
It's so, but it's all about. It doesn't matter what school you go. It's all about how you're raised at home and then your education, and your morals that you're brought up
But
with.
some of them
and,
are
and-
well
and-
educated,
and
man.
thing,
What are you
thing,
talking
things
about?
along and that's basically what in
I don't know what it is, man,
education.
because-
It's educate. If you educate,
I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
what it boils down
definitely.
to is education. You got to educate people and.
But what about that kid? Let's talk about that kid that popped off and killed all those little kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
That happened up in New England area, right? I don't
Something
know.
bothered him, I think.
No, again, it
Of course,
could have been
something.
it
Of course,
could-
did. That's why it happened. It's not like he did it for fun. No,
It-
something.
Yeah, but how
bothered
do you
him.
know that though?
Because
Unfor-
what would a person would
Now,
just do that
fortun-
anyway?
See, I think
Something triggered it, of course.
Yeah.
And it's usually something very little that happens to people. He's got
No, not only that, but the thing is this: you also got to remember nowadays it's easier to give a kid a pill or give him some kind of medication to control some problem that 9 out of 10 he doesn't even have, and then next thing you know, then
Then
his
to
chemical,
discipline him.
then his chemical balance goes off, and then something like this happens, and then next thing you know, they blame it on what
So you're saying
the
some-
video games that they're playing at home, not the actual, and again, it could be something as common where the
Yeah,
mom.
but all right, look. Let's
Yeah.
talk about this, man, because I know that we all know people that are still our age that play a lot of video games, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know some people that are like older than us that sit around and still play video games.
I
They've been
don't.
playing for a really long time,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and so. Do you really think that these video games today really have that type of effect on little kids? Because when I used to play video games when I was a little kid, video games weren't like the way they are today. Like now they're like movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
it
they're
would.
very interactive and
it-
it's very like gory or whatever. But do you think that has an effect, like a real effect on a kid to make him think like,
mean,
yo,
mentally.
life is
See, I think that the video games will take a kid in a place of virtual reality where he plays that to put himself in a state of mind where he's portraying that character. But then it comes to the parent to basically educate the kid to be able to to be able to separate them too. And that way the kid can enjoy his video games and at the
Yeah.
same time be able to be an everyday righteous citizen without a problem. However, what the problem that we're having is that the parents are never home. So what happens is this kid grows up thinking that that's the norm, and then little by little they spend too much time in it. They don't separate the reality from what is not reality. And again, our media is full of just negative propaganda and marketing that it could definitely make a kid just think in a different route and could definitely have a negative influence on him. Now, and then the thing, unfortunately, is that only because one bad apple does it, obviously you're gonna, it's just one.
all right, but let me
yeah.
ask you this though, okay? But look, so here in the States, right? We think of one bad apple and it happens here and there happening in this
Mm-hmm.
this part of the country, that part of the country, like single incidents, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then if you go to somewhere like Pakistan or Afghanistan,
Mexico.
or if you go to Mexico, right over the
Mhm.
border, you know what I'm saying? You go to these different countries, man, all over the place. If you go to parts of Brazil,
Okay.
right?
There, you know what? And I'm sorry to
It's like-
to cut you
go
off
ahead, go
in there,
ahead.
but that you just reminded me of one thing. In Mexico, the guns are illegal, and look how crazy it is over there. There's nonstop. The violence over there is overspilling And guess what? The citizens are trying. They're claiming they want they don't want the cops to come and help. They don't want the government to get involved. All they want is their guns. That's all they want.
The right to their guns, man, so they can defend themselves.
They could take care. Exactly.
See, that's another thing. That's what I was going to get into too. Is because look, in those types of situations, that's where you have the drug lords and the big cartels and the big warlords and whatever running the show. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of corruption or whatever. But it's because the people can't defend themselves, man. So in a sense, you know, my whole thing is, man, like if you have it and it can hurt me, then I need to have it too because I need to be able to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you know, shouts out to people who do martial arts, but, you know, you're not stopping a bullet, man. This isn't a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not
no, and martial arts I mean, don't get me, it's a great self-defense and everything else, but for the most part, it's an educational philosophy that allows you to
it's
train
a way of life.
Your mind.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a way of life.
And it uses physical aspects for that development.
But what I'm saying is that the actual self-defense part of it, the actual martial arts, that it's only good if you're really close to somebody.
Right.
Like, you got to be really close. You know what I'm saying? And you can dismantle them. But if I'm 50 feet away, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna put 4 bullets in you. Yeah, you could try to kick me all you want from back there, but you know,
it ain't gonna work.
As the closer you get, the more I'm gonna start firing, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say is like, you know, it's cool. I mean, like you said, you have to be educated. You have to know what's going on. But at the same time, man, if you're strapped, then he needs to be strapped.
And not only that,
I think before they give you a gun license, you should be taking a class just like you take for the DMV.
Well, you have to. I mean, that's what you got to know, man.
Show you how
and you know
be,
something?
You
do have to
take a program like that.
There is, man. It's part of NRA, yeah.
Another thing that I also heard was that I believe that Hitler, right before he took over Germany, that was one of the first things that he passed.
Took all the guns away.
Took all the guns.
Yeah, man.
And then
You look
it up. I believe so. I mean,
why would you... Look, man, just think about it, man. Why would you go to war with somebody who's strapped?
Right.
Why would you know what I'm saying? If you could take all his weapons away and then say, I'm going to go to war with you, why don't you do that? It would be easier for you, right?
What is the famous saying? Pick your battles.
So, the other side.
So it's definitely. But no, I'm definitely pro gun, and I believe that every American has the right to definitely.
So you're pro-gun and you're anti-gun.
I'm anti-gun.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, man. See, that's what I'm saying. And you guys live together,
I don't want
man.
it. I don't
so
want it.
Okay, but at your house now.
Honestly, my girlfriend used to have it, and I told her like, take that away.
His girlfriend had a gun, and he didn't want to have a gun.
Yeah.
Man.
And I didn't want to have it. I was okay with it. She has it because a lot of times she'd be alone, which is fine. It's good to have it. But I knew she's also smart, you know, that she's never gonna use it. I don't know, you know.
Exactly. See, not exactly.
You know what's funny?
Now, would you rather rely on her and her gun and her strong will to survive an attack, or put it on the hands of the local police department? Now, don't get me wrong.
Okay, now if you're in the woods,
I agree that the police departments have and will be able to respond and have the means to it. The only thing that they don't have is one thing: is time. And
see, that's the whole thing. They have to respond.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if like Robert was saying, all right, like, look, he said he got robbed or whatever, right? And let's say somebody, you know, let's say he was home, he was sleeping, he was passed out, and somebody comes in. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? You don't know what he's gonna do.
Take everything you want.
Take everything you want, and then just bend me over too while you're doing it.
No,
well, that's what I'm saying, man.
If you start making a decision like, what does he want? What's the guy want? Bring him a coffee. You have to be like, sit down, relax.
But
Robert, what would you do, man, in that situation?
I'll tell you what, and
I'll ask him what do you need? What's the problem?
I like collecting knives. I have knives from a few places around the world, and honestly, that would be the first thing I try to reach for.
But see, I know Robert's strapped too, so I know the second thing that's probably the first thing you would do, because you don't want to kill him, obviously, because you're gonna get stuck with the. I mean, if you kill him, it's good.
It's still all right.
Yeah, no.
It's still okay.
But you don't want to get stuck with the lawsuit. If you mess him up with the knives, you're gonna get stuck with the lawsuit. So you're gonna have to see. The thing is, too, man.
As long as if you catch the guy in your house, then they'll know. Hey, he was
but the whole thing. I mean, no, and we probably get justified and everybody. But the thing is, the process. You see, you're still gonna go to jail.
Either way, yeah. But
still this and that. I mean,
if somebody attacks you in your house, you pretty much have to shoot to kill, man.
Right.
Because if not, there could be a lawsuit. There could be all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well, I mean, like I said, if he's attacking, if he's coming into your house,
if he's at your house,
I believe.
I think everybody got the right to defend themselves.
Right to defend yourself. Exactly.
I believe the only time they'll get away from getting you is if you grab them from from the back. Like if you were to stab in the back.
If
I
you
think
shoot them
that-
in the
yeah.
back, if they're
Yeah,
running away
if they're
or
running, I
something,
think
yeah.
that's the
Then-
only way where
yeah.
where
Because
you get in
he was
trouble.
not, yes, right.
But,
Because
so-
this makes sense. If the guy's facing that way from you.
I think you're supposed to shoot them below the waist too.
Okay, you see.
I think that's
So
another
there's
that's
a lot
another
of-
little
there's a
thing.
lot
If you
of-
shoot them below the waist, like you won't get in trouble. If you start shooting them in the chest and by the
You see?
face and
What
stuff,
about-
Yeah.
then you
I
get
don't
in
think
trouble.
I.
So now with
anyone should have
now
intention to kill
check that
somebody.
out with now that we just talked about, there's the criminal has more
Rights.
rules and regulations.
Yeah, he's got more rights than you
do
as the homeowner, as a
exactly.
property owner.
So again, you want to live in a place where it's gun free.
well, no. Here's my question. Look, this
I
is you
think if
guys.
we're in a
Hold
jungle-
on, man. Hold on. You guys live together,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Robert has knives and guns and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so he's ready. If something happens, he's gonna have to defend you. So you find security in
Oh,
him
hey.
again.
I feel like Robert.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Robert.
So
No.
in that situation, what I'm saying, see, you're gonna be happy in that situation. You're gonna be like, "Thanks, Robert, for saving my life." But you're saying you're anti-guns. But if he didn't have those,
But I don't
things-
think I need him. But I think if,
Okay,
if
but
the
you don't
moment was
think
to
you need
arrive
it.
that
You-
you
you
think you
think-
need it, then you ask the government permission or you ask him to protect me. Hey, this is what's going on with me. Can I have the gun?
I tell you what,
you know what I'm
if-
saying,
if-
right? There's got to be a way.
But in most cases, you're gonna be dead already. What are you talking
Right.
about,
What do
man?
you mean? Right? If it happens to you all
So
of a sudden,
basically,
yes.
what you said is that if you feel like there's a threat to your life,
Threat to you,
you
then-
should go to the police or
And
you should
it's
go
just-
to whoever and say, "Look, I need
Or
guns."
explain
Okay.
to somebody. No, you don't have to. You don't need a gun. Talk to somebody. Talk to your parents about it. Talk to like your best friend about it. Hey, Omar, this is what happened.
So, what are you guys gonna kumbaya and come together and try to stop bullets?
No,
I
How
don't
about
get it,
this?
man.
Why don't you take him gun shopping?
Have you ever fired a gun?
Yes, I have.
Have
And
you
you know-
really?
and you know, I
because you
find-
told
I
me all the
find
time
this-
that you
yeah.
fired guns when you were a little kid.
Exactly, and I
Yes.
find that very weird.
Okay.
That then when because you know what, he got pictures with AKs and all kinds of stuff like that, and it's like when he was back in
There's nothing- back in
at
your
home,
country,
back
there's
at
nothing
home,
wrong with
you know,
that.
and
It's
so
all right.
and then all of a
Get on
sudden,
the mic, man.
and
Can
then-
you stay on the mic
and
for us,
then
man?
all of a sudden,
Look. The thing is this, just like when you go to West Virginia areas and all these people,
Yeah.
they have a gun as a jewel.
Peace. You like what that said? What are you pointing at, man?
Oh, my mic was on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn it on. Don't worry about it, man. Can I just come back in? This is On Beat with Ohlow, coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. You just heard a track by my man Theory called man, I forgot what it was called again, man. But he says weak ones don't mistake us. Oh, he says soldiers don't mistake us for the weak ones. He says something like that, man. I don't even know what he says, man. But we're over here talking about women's rights and security, and we're talking about different things. But we're at the break here. We were just talking about abortions,
women's rights,
women's rights and
with
abortions. And so now these guys don't agree on
Just
that
like,
either.
Though the word abortion has to be attached to women. It also should be attached to the men.
You're right,
Just
because
women and abortion. No.
I agree. Because sometimes I could leave my house such a mess, and I walk in and I'm like, man, look at this abortion. So you're right. It could definitely mean other things than just an abortion. So, but no,
So-
I'm for it. I think that if the woman don't want it, yeah, you know what? And it's an unwanted kid, and it's your body. Who am I to come in and get involved? And that's it. And
Yeah, but there goes the question of who gave that person the right to take the other life.
that's her body. She gave her own self that permission. It's her body.
It
She-
is her body, yes, but
Uh-huh.
you also doing something wrong.
No, there's absolutely nothing wrong. They just.
So what is it
No.
based on? Is it based on opinion or is it based on morals?
I think it is.
No, I think right now
morals.
the way I mean it's a moral thing.
Because scientifically speaking,
Yeah.
right? If the baby is starting to develop, right, then it's actually
Yeah.
a human,
right,
right?
yeah.
So it's like it's killing, it's homicide.
It is because I think in the state of Virginia,
But it's not. They
if
don't.
you
But
again to accident with a pregnant woman, I think you do two.
But
charges,
it's
one
not-
for the
but-
baby and one for the woman.
but the kid. As
to
long
hurt
as he's
them.
still inside, he's technically not a human until he's out. That's why.
Even though it was
For
accident.
instance,
by
let's
mistake,
say, let's say you go to an apartment complex, all right, and your wife is pregnant, and you walk in there, and then you could tell she's like 7 months old, 7 months into the pregnancy. The lease, or the property, or wherever you're gonna rent or buy or own, they cannot tell you, well, because you're pregnant, you're gonna have to need a 2-bedroom instead of a 1-bedroom. They don't count that as a kid, even though there's a
Yeah, but there's nobody could tell you that you have to rent. That's different though.
Yeah, nobody has to tell you that.
No,
Yeah,
but the
no,
thing is
right.
that they're not counting the kid as a
Oh, as a
human.
person.
Right?
Okay,
they're not
okay.
counting them. They just can't. And I'm pretty sure there's other
Okay, but here's a good
technicalities that will
situation,
fall
though.
into that as well.
The HOV.
Uh-huh.
It's HOV too. There was a situation where
There-
a woman was
mhm.
pregnant and they counted that baby as another person. She was like, "Well, there's 2 people in this car."
Right.
And she got away with it. She
That-
she got a pass.
See, and
I don't
think
it-
that's
it's
not.
because I don't
no.
think there was a law against it. That's why.
A law
I think
against
she
it?
like
No.
she said, there was 2 people. There are actually 2 people. Yes.
No.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So doesn't that justify being another person?
Right, yeah, but see,
Not
like,
anyone's
now, me
gonna do it.
personally, me personally, no, I don't think that justifies
Yeah, I
that.
think they give- I
that's
think they give her
one
a break.
person. She counts.
they
Yeah,
give her
she
a
got a
break.
break because
She got a
I
break.
think she's one person. Only because you're until the kid he's on his own and breathing, then that's a separate human
Or
being.
if he was taken into the seat. But if
All right,
he
real
was- so
quick
once he-
before we got to get out of here, I got a question for both of you. This is one of my questions. This is not other people's questions. If a child comes out of a C-section, is he considered
that's cutting
being-
your stomach, right?
Yeah, cutting in to get him out, rather than having a vaginal birth.
Mhm.
Does that consider your child not being born because he was surgically taken out? Because a birth is coming through the vaginal. That's birth.
Right, that's a natural way of birth. Yeah.
No, that's birth. That's birth.
Either way,
Birth,
it's a
birth, yeah.
birth. Whether it's
No, because if
if-
you don't come out,
I think that technical term would be birth through
Oh.
through the vagina and
through
right.
the vaginal canal, yeah,
right.
that's birthing. That's giving
Ah,
birth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But if you do a C-section and you just cut the stomach open, and you take
I-
the baby out, that's a surgical procedure. So
Yeah, but-
does that mean that kid was
Yeah.
still born? Can you say that
Yeah.
kid
You were
was
not
still born?
You were born out.
Or I mean,
You were cut out.
you were,
Yes, you were
but
cut
to
out. We're already
me,
cut
to
out.
me, that's born.
So-
You're born. I mean,
So shouldn't we say happy cutout day,
happy. Yeah.
You're right.
right?
It's yeah.
We say happy
Happy-
birthday
it is
to
right.
everybody, but all these kids,
cut out day. Hey,
all these kids that coming from C-sections, they were never born.
Yeah.
They were surgically removed.
Yeah, and
I was
that
born by natural birth. I know that.
And
I
that
mean,
way-
a lot of us were, man, but a lot of kids today are not
Right.
because
Like-
women choose not to give birth because they think whatever their perception of birth is something else today.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be another topic. This is On Beat with Ohlow. Did it a little bit different today. Sitting here with Dr. J. You have any last words before we get out of here?
I think we should get together next week and find a different subject. If people have like a question that we can talk about, you know.
No, I think
Sense
Dr.
was-
J should go back to his schools that he went to and get his money back. I think that's what he should go do. Exactly.
You gotta get a refund,
You gotta
man.
get a refund before your 30-day expires.
I still want to know what gave you that PhD.
Yeah,
How'd
so-
you become a doctor? I know people were still paying off, $100,000 loans trying to.
Yeah, and then he
Claims
got
to
his
be a doctor.
then he got his
At age
PhD,
30.
and then he goes to be a waiter. How does that work?
Only in America.
Exactly.
This is On Beat with Ohlow coming to you live, man. We'll see you next week. Peace.